Hey guys, just a little preface before we get into the video, which I've already recorded. Just felt like I should get this out there. So this is obviously going to be a look at the Long Island Railroad for Train Sim Classic. And as I go through the video in its order, it starts out really well. I'm really excited for this route, but it slowly starts to sour once I get to a certain point, and it's just incredible, absolutely incredible that it is in such a state that it almost makes this route literally unplayable. And I'm not just saying that to be, wild and zany and, clickbaity and, stuff like that. It is. I hope some things get fixed here because this route has some promise. There are some great parts about it. But anyway, just a little tiny morsel tidbit before we get into it, and then it's things as usual. So hope you enjoy the video. Hey, what's up? Welcome to another Train Simulator Classic video. We're going to take a look at the Long Island Railroad today. This, of course, is very similar to the Long Island Railroad add-on that came for Train Sim World 2020, and then, of course, Train Sim World 2. It is essentially the same amount of trackage. Now, they have said right off the bat, because they knew people were going to be like, hey, this looks just like the Train Sim World version. They've said they've updated a lot of things, new asset creation, updated sounds on the M7, signaling, new track laying, a bunch of other various things, which in due time, of course, after my short monologue, I'm very sorry, got to get it out of the way, we will, of course, take a look at. We're going to take a look at the route as a whole. We're going to try and skim over it. From stem to stern, tit for tat. And then, of course, we're going to take a look at the M7, the EMU that comes with the route itself. But again, this is Long Island Railroad. Now, for Train Sim Classic, it's $29.99. So it's a bit odd that it's not the usual $39.99. So it's $30 and not $40, which, if it's good, then it's a good thing, I guess. You're going to get 7 scenarios, quick drive compatible, and the Bombardier M7 electrical multiple unit. It's got about 45 route miles and 30 stations. Now, this fella named Brandon, a.k.a. Cactus Juice, known in the forums and other, train sim community areas, he had a big hand in this, in the route laying and the signaling and things of that nature. You may recall the Boston Providence route in Train Sim World. He had a big hand in that as well as, if you're familiar, the Washington, D.C. to Baltimore Train Sim Classic Northeast Corridor portion. He had a hand in that as well, as well as many other things, but just a few notable there. So he had a hand in that. So once I found that out, I was a little bit more intrigued with this route because he's one of those guys that cares. He wants some good stuff. He doesn't want to just shill it out like, we seem to get a lot of stuff nowadays. It kind of seems that way, But, so anyway, him and a couple of the guys that are, from the general area, the Northeast, and definitely, into stuff like this, had a hand with this route. Yes, a lot of the stuff was taken from the Train Sim World route. You'll notice right away, like these platforms, those are straight up Train Sim World 2. Just right off the bat, you can tell. They may have been shaded, edited, texturized, painted, whatever, but it's the same platform as far as I can tell. But essentially, again, Train Sim World 2 version just updated, upgraded for Train Sim Classic, if you will. I don't want to sell it short. I haven't really looked at it yet, but that's the gist that I get. Now, they claim every station was rebuilt, handcrafted. New track work, of course, and the M7 was updated as well. We'll take a look at that. But anyway, the Long Island Railroad is a commuter railroad expanding from Manhattan, which is just over this way. See if you can see the skyline. Yeah, what? No, it's over that way, somewhere abouts. We're currently in Jamaica Queens, which is the fourth busiest station in America. God bless it. But yeah, it's fairly busy. Anyway, so Long Island Railroad, it goes from Manhattan to the end of Long Island, Suffolk County, and of course is the busiest commuter rail line in North America, running 24 hours, 7 days a week. 11 lines, dozens and dozens of stations. I don't remember how many. 700 miles of track, 80 mile an hour top speed in portions. Part of the Metro North Railroad, of course, established in 1834, operating up to now, and is the oldest railroad in the United States, still operating under its original name and charter. That's Giga Chad. That's definitely Giga Chad. Okay, so Long Island Railroad trains essentially have an engineer and conductor, so it's not just an engineer. They'll have 2 crew, and then sometimes additional crew to, clean, check tickets, things of that nature. Let's see, what else should I cover here? This railroad is also very unique because it still uses, and one of the very few that still uses mechanical interlocking control towers essentially to regulate traffic. So it's not all automated. I think there's like 5, 6, 7, something like that left. But it's got safety systems which have evolved over time from old Pennsylvania railroad systems, and used position lights, was color lights. It's got dwarf signals, in-cab signaling, auto train control, auto speed control, all kinds of different stuff. And there are electrified portions, so it's DC, which you'll see here, the rails, and I believe the pickup is on the top. So it's on the top of this rail here, if I am not horribly mistaken. So it's obviously third rail, DC, 750 volt. And most of their trains consist of about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of M7s. They might still have a couple M3s running around. I'm not sure. I believe they got M9s now, which is like the new generation. And the non-electrified, which we seem to never ever get, in anything Train Sim World or Train Sim Classic, which would be very, very much awesome, are the DE30AC, which are diesel electrics, or the DM30 ACs, which are dual mode. So of course they can pick up with the shoe, and they can also just use diesel, so bimodal. And they have bi-level C3 coaches as well, and they run non-electrified lines. So there's some very cool portions around here. So anyway, we're currently in Jamaica. I don't want to be scooching all over the screen. I will warn you, as soon as I open this route is not for a faint of heart personal computer. Moving around, I've got nothing. I've got no rolling stock on this map right now, and it's just I've got everything on my PC on an M2 SSD, and it was still taking ages for stuff to load in. So you're probably going to want a fairly powerful PC for this, or you're going to have to turn the settings way down, and then in that case, kind of what's the point? But to each their own, as usual. So anyway, let's start in Penn Station naturally. I'll be right back. All right, welcome to Penn. Again, one of the busiest and oldest stations in America. Of course, the Northeast and the greater New York area as a whole. Right off the bat, again, I feel like I'm seeing definitely some reused stuff from Train Sim World 2. The platforms, most notably, of course, the tracks are not. And while I'm not a fan of these, I am a fan of the third rail. I feel like the third rail in the Train Sim World version is just super fat. It looks weird. Like here, it's just a bit more natural looking. So just take a look at the third rail. It, of course, is, I think it's just basically a rail asset, as you can see there, with this bit on top. So it's not, I don't think it's, quite, what's the word? Brain fart. That's not the word. But anyway, Penn Station, so we're here. Sign looks okay. Looks a little bit stretched on the numbers there. You can see some nice kind of leaking and weathering on the walls over there. That concrete wall. That's a concrete platform. Jesus. Off to a good start. Signs look good. I do like the signs. Look very nice. The signals, as far as I can tell, look pretty good. Of course, we're going to try and do a bit of a run and see if the safety systems jive and everything like that. Got the track layout there. So you're coming down the stairs, you know where to go. It looks okay in here. It does. It looks okay. It just I don't know. It pops a bit more compared to like the Train Sim World version. We'll just kind of scooch around. Got some peeps. They do have the ambient sound, so it sounds like a city. And I've noticed some of this right here. We got some floaties, guys. I am not sure why that's going on, but when I was kind of scanning around the map earlier, I was noticing a lot of bridges that were just missing, and cars and trucks and buses were just floating right over it, like you know, some Back to the Future scene or something. So that's a problem. Hopefully they'll get a patch out and fix that ASAP. I do have my settings turned all the way up, so that cannot be the issue. But the walls look good. I do like the walls. Okay looking sign. I think those are ripped from Train Sim World 2. So those are there. Is that what was missing? What the hell? So it's a pylon? So it's a pylon missing. What the hell? Is that the same sign? If you were listening, you'd know this isn't the train going to the city. What? Sorry? Anyway, let's go upstairs. There's nothing, you're not really going to be going up here, obviously, you know, but I think there are like several levels? No, it's not the same. Ah! Run away! Yeah, these look nice. So it's got the car length 612 unit. Okay looking stairs, I guess. I mean, it looks okay in here. It looks very okay. It sucks that, you know, we don't have stuff like these lit. I don't know how easy it is to do stuff like that, or, you know, how difficult, but, you know, they look good. There's just nothing there, you know, and I'm sure there's no announcements, you know, so it's going to be basic in that regard as far as like passenger systems and infrastructure. Even got this sign in front of Long Island Railroad train that away. So some of these signs in here do look good, and they do look new. I don't remember some of the signs looking like this in the Train Sim World variety. We'll go down here. The storage tracks. And one of these goes out here. There we go. I think there's a yard down here. I can't remember the name off the top of my noggin. Oh, no. Come on. Let me in there. Oh. Ah! Help! Help! Alright. Let's try that again. Train Sim Classic and Train Sim World be weird about tunnels. Oh, you son of a biscuit. Yeah, so it's not letting us go out there, I guess. I'm assuming you can drive back there. We got switches, signals. Of course, this is the rest of the Northeast Corridor. Goes on to Philadelphia. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, let's head on to Sunnyside. Alright, we're currently now in Sunnyside Yard storage and yard for Amtrak. I think some Jersey stuff sits up in here too as well. But those of you that, you know, of course, play Train Sim World 2 and had the Northeast Corridor and, of course, Long Island Railroad, this yard was in both. So anyway, it's obviously empty. Like I said, I loaded into a free roam just to look around the map. So there's not going to be any stock yet. We'll get to it. If you can't contain yourself, just skip ahead, and you'll see that. So this bridge loaded in. These light poles kind of are stuck through there. That's weird. Not sure how correct that is, but you know, it's a lamp post, I guess. Signals look pretty good. the signal gantry as well. Is that new? No. I don't think it is. No. It doesn't look very new. Anyway, looks good. So the signaling looks legit, as far as I can tell. I'm not a Northeasterner. I am very much a weird Florida man, and I don't know all the little intricacies, of this area. I know a little bit about a little bit, and that's pretty much what you're going to get from me. So you probably will, hear or see people, or there will be people being like, oh, that's wrong, and that, it's this color, and da-da-da. But as a whole, I feel like it's always trying to look at this kind of stuff. It's about the big picture and the overall playability, the sounds, how things look, as a whole, positives to negatives, and just seeing which one kind of balances out more. But anyway, you can see they did the skyline good. Well, they didn't do it dirty like the stupid expletive Harlem line from Train Sim World 2. The frickin' skyline on the Harlem line in Train Sim World 2, it was sad. It was just like, why did they even do it like that? Anyway, it's not what this video is about. So some of the bridges have finally loaded in. They did take some time. See if we got this weird, no, you can't see the lamppost sticking out there. So we got some stuff loaded in finally. It is a massive yard. This had to be a serious undertaking, laying all this track. It looks pretty clean from what I can tell. I like the embankments. Everything looks nice there. The right of way and the maintenance of way, everything looks, fairly clean, sticking into it as far as I can tell so far. The buildings look much better here than the Train Sim World 2 variant, soon to be Train Sim World 3. It looks a lot better. I feel like urban stuff, when it's really gone after and tried for in Train Sim Classic, always looks better than Train Sim World all day, every day. But it looks pretty good up here. There's one of the tunnels right here. So this line over here, we'll scooch over here real quick. And I like all the stuff they got over here. I'm not crazy about the choice of containers. I hate seeing these freaking Lucky Charms containers. Like, it just, look how much that stands out. I'm not going to make this a bitch fest about a container. But I can already see one down there too. So anyway, yeah, just put like a blue one there, or gray. I don't know. That one looks okay. But it's nice that there's stuff over here, because there is constantly work going on in this area. There's always crap on the side of the lines, generally, which is nice. I do like that they kind of filled this in with some 2D grass down in here, so that looks good. So it's not just bare. Got a little signal or junction box right there. It looks filled out fairly well. I mean, oh yeah. Begin auto speed control. I think it's auto speed control is what it is, right? So that's cool. Nice little signs there. That looks good. It looks alright. That's right. I don't remember. Yeah, this is Hunter's Point. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go down here. This is Long Island City. Little tiny platform here. I believe part of the metro kind of crosses over here. Is this it up here? No, I think I'm in the wrong point. Anyway, this bridge. Do we have blue bridges in the asset library? Is that new? Looks pretty nice. I mean, even this little station overall. Look at the sign. Hell yeah, that looks all right. That's a pretty good look so far. Well, got a little floaties there. Forgot some fill. A little trash can. Oh, these are definitely reused from Train Sim World, because it's missing one, so you can walk up to it and get a collectible. But I'm sorry, I had to do that. So yeah, that's from Train Sim World 2. No collectibles here. Sorry, guys. Signs down here as well. Those look very nice. Look at the weathering on this wood. The older wood here next to the concrete. That looks nice. Okay. Okay, we'll go on down here. So anyway, this is kind of like a dead end. Level crossing as well, which is kind of cool. Commuter trains, you know, crossing level streets. It's unique. Looks fairly clean as far as I can tell, that crossing there. I mean, this map is, you know, route mile's not very long, but there's going to be a lot to look at, so I'm going to try and just skim it as much as possible. Another crossing here as well. Anyway, this is kind of like a dead end. This is Long Island City, Hunters Point Ferry, so you can ride across the river on a ferry and connect and ride a train the rest of the way. So that's what this is down here. This was also in Train Sim World 2020 and 2. You can see the city just across there, so that's a nice touch. You know, they didn't just leave that blank. It's not that far. It's, what, like 2, 3, 7 miles? We got some scenery over there, which looks nice. Looks pretty good in here. Again, these are reused from Train Sim World 2. Long Island City sign. Now, if you look on the Steam page, this says it is an official product, but I'm not seeing some logos. I'm pretty sure they have some logos around these parts and their stations and signage and whatnot, so why weren't logos used? It's kind of funky. I believe that building right there is a Train Sim World 2 building. I remember that specifically. And then the ferry is like actually over here somewhere. They probably didn't flesh it out, but that's fine. Yeah, it's like a little park. And the actual ferry's right here, and it could take different routes going across to the city there. Because that is the Isle de Manhattanio. Yeah, island of Manhattan. It's kind of an island. Well, it is an island, I guess. So, yep. Long Island City. Little depot. Little yard. Station. Little ticket booth there. A lot of this, from what I can tell, looks Train Sim Worldy. Looks nice over here, though. I'm glad they didn't just leave it blank. They put some weeds and grass and trees and stuff. Bring a little green to the concrete jungle, if you will, which is New York, greater New York City, and the boroughs and the burbs. Big old parking lot there. Alright, we'll scooch on back down to Sunnyside. Maybe that bridge was blue in Train Sim World. I don't recall, but it looks okay. It looks, you know, different. It's nice. Of course, the tunnels going into Penn. Little service yard back there. Maintenance facility or something. There's so damn many around here. It's hard to keep up with them all. Main line here. So again, Sunnyside Yard, got a lot of stuff you can do. Got your little platforms for maintenance and whatnot, checking trains out, getting on board. Are those supposed to look like that, or are they missing a texture? It's a little funky looking. I don't think that's normal. Yeah, yeah. I think we're missing something. And these little booths here, I don't remember these either. I wonder if those are new. I don't recall those from anything. Then again, I'm not a big, like, you know, passenger or commuter head. More freight oriented. Sue me. Alright, so the bridge looks okay. So just to kind of walk back my statement earlier, stuff just takes ages to load in. This is a intensive map, once again. So just be prepared if you plan to pick it up. Facilities look okay. That's pretty much how it looks. Good, good, good. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I reckon we'll just scooch down the line here. This is the balloon loop. We already passed the train wash. That's the balloon. Alright, let's head on down the line. We go this way. Durr! Alright, again, big signal gantries. Look okay, cleanly placed. Of course, we'll see how they all work in a minute, hopefully, here. Now, these tracks look a little bit different than the inside station tracks. These... No, these can't be new. No. I think it's just the fact that the third rail is on there. They look different. I don't know. They look different to me. They look fresh. All right. This is Woodside. This is the New York Transit System. What is the friggin' nickname? I can't remember. Subway, basically. Runs over top here. Another interchange connection point, if you will. Very cool looking station. It's got that kind of old feel to it, which I very much like about a lot of the stuff in this general area. You know, it's got kind of like a 1930s or 40s feel in some areas, and I like that. It's got sort of a charm about it that hits me personally. It looks fairly nice, but this is the metro up here. Little baby train, commuter rail. But Woodside, pretty good sized station, and it looks nice. I don't think they ripped this from Train Sim World. Roof looks good. There's little partitions in the middle here. Of course, the platforms. I think all the platforms are pretty much going to be rip-a-roni. And even that down in there looks pretty good. Woodside. Got the platform and track numbers as well. Yeah, it looks alright. That's alright. That's alright. Alright, we'll keep on going this way to Jamaica. Jamaica. Alright, so yeah, this looks... You know, just right away. Just seeing this for the first time here, really looking at it. You know, if you're down here riding this, the scenery looks a bajillion, and yes, that is a real number, a bajillion times better than the Train Sim World variant. That's a little funky. It's floating bit here. Soon as I say that, you know, we see something like that naturally. That's my luck. Which way do we go? We go this way. I'm getting confused here. But yeah, it just looks so much more natural than Train Sim World. I don't know. Even this over here, that looks nice. I like. Yeah, it's all third rail here, so we're going the right way. Signal gantry looks okay. Plays very nicely. Keep on scoocherooching. Another bridge. You know, just to try and keep this as condensed as possible, it's hard not to stop and appreciate every little bit of scenery. But, like, you know, just looking at the sides here, the immediate scenery on both sides looks pretty good. Ist gut. I know I'm going to miss a ton of stuff. It's going to happen. But I'm going to try my darndest. Yeah, this looks really good. This looks way better than Train Sim World 2. Train Sim World 2, the auto-gen BS, you know, just makes everything kind of look meh after a while. And this looks unique. I mean, just from back there to like up here, it's just a totally different scene all of a sudden, right? Don't remember which station this is. Forest Hills. Oh, this looks incredible. Dude. Okay. Okay. All right. That's okay. Damn. Look at that shiznit. Dude, this is nice. I like. Papa likey. Train Sim World 2 version, not this general area. Just, it is not any of this. This looks awesome. I like. Some little lampposts. That's good. That's good. That perked me up a little bit for the entire rest of the look at this route. That's nice. That's nice. I know that they like completely redid allegedly. You know, I'm gonna say allegedly just because I haven't seen everything yet. You know, they created all the stations behind. Is that N.E.W.? This looks pretty good. Is this like a twofer type of deal? No, that's one asset there. Okay. Okay. Overpasses look good, nice and clean. Kew Gardens, or is it Q or Q? I don't know how to pronounce a lot of this stuff. I just figured out how to say Ronkonkoma the other day. I kept saying Ronkonkoma. So you'll have to forgive me. Some of that under there on that side looks a bit funky. You're not really going to be seeing that anyways. Is it Q? So it feels like dew, like Mountain Dew. You say Q? 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 I have no clue. It looks pretty nice though. It looks pretty nice. Got the old station over here. What's up? Okay. Ooh, it's spooky down in here. It's dark. Yeah, this looks really good, man. Because, like, just bear with me for a second, okay? Just scenery alone. Just looking right down the line here. Compare this to the first Northeast Corridor. Right? The original. The New Haven line. The one that goes from New York to Connecticut or wherever the hell. What else we got? What else? Baltimore, D.C., that's a little bit different. A little bit different. But it's got that newer kind of fresh feel to it. Like, this is the kind of stuff that we should be seeing. You know, in this day and age. It is 2022, guys. 2022. Now, I don't want to be a complete, you know, ding-dong in the statement I'm about to make, but if this were just left up to Dovetail alone and their two remaining employees they've got working on it, Train Sim Classic being it, it wouldn't look like this. Not a chance. Look at this. The different types of trees. It's not just one damn tree over and over. God bless it. God bless it. This looks really nice. The different grasses, bushes. And are these new? I'm losing my freaking mind here. These power lines? Because, like, I'm used to seeing the same old dang, you know, this crap. Type of crap there. Look how clean that looks. And it goes down and down. And it's gone. We're not even, we got some ways to go. These old stupid billboards, not a fan of those. They're just really cheesy. No pun intended. Because it's just cheeseburger. There's another one. Yeah, those look horrible. That's a shame those couldn't be changed out. Alright, let's keep on going. Hopefully everything's loaded in by now. Alright, interchange. Jamaica, Jamaica. I can't help it. Every time I get near this station, I do some stupid thing like that. Okay, so over here, where am I at here? Where are we at? So that's Jamaica. Yeah. Here it is. Okay. This is Richmond Hill Yard. This, from what I gather, and I believe, well, it's not about believing. From what I know, I think this is where the diesel fleet is housed, and the bimodals. Some buildings are missing, or they haven't loaded in. I guess they're just missing. It's a turntable still there, obviously. But so I was definitely looking to see if this was here. It is laid. It is here, kind of. There, I'm pretty sure there's a building like over here. You know, maybe over the years or months they've torn some stuff down. I'm not entirely sure. But, okay. And then right over here, there should be... Oh, so they've... Has it changed already? This used to be, Morris Park Yard, I think, right here. So is that what it is? Is it? So that's the thing about these big-ass cities, man. Stuff's always changing quickly. This used to be a yard right here. And this was like a shop type deal. Is that gone now? In the highest pitch voice I can make? I don't know. I guess so. Whatevs. All right. Cool. All right. That way is the Atlantic Terminal, which is like one of my most favoriteest. And it sounds weird to say now that I'm hearing it out loud coming from my mouth. That's one of my favorite parts of the Long Island Railroad in Train Sim World 2 is down here at the Atlantic Terminal. The, going over the road, going through town. It's a big road that just kind of runs down the island. It's a cool area. It's a lot of it's underground, so it's going to be weird. So I'm thinking we'll take a train in this general vicinity. Look at that bus drifting. What's up, homie? Tokyo, Dorito. All right. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of that's underground. The camera's going to be weird. I'm not going to be able to go down there and look at it. So we'll take a train out of Atlantic Terminal or AT, and we'll go through East New York, which is a cool-ass station. I like that station as well, and the viaduct and everything else. So we'll take a look at that naturally. All right, so Jamaica. Got the tower here, Dunton. That looks good. I mean, it's just a tower, but I like that they put the names, the signs. Yes. Giga Chad. Gigamus Chadius. Scientific name. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. This looks pretty good as far as I can tell. We got whistle boards. They do have to blow the horn under here. I'm not entirely sure. I knew this was a thing. It's just one of those weird areas. Maybe, for workers, things like that, things of that nature, because this is busy as hell. There's trains coming and going all day, every day. So it's, and it's kind of sneaky through here. So if there's somebody working tracks or whatever, infrastructure, just let them know you're coming. Type of deal. Got another tower down here. J. Okay. Okay. All right, we're getting there. North America, you're getting on that level so far. We're getting there, guys. Watch the gap when boarding and exiting the train. Your safety is our #1 concern. Travel safe. Okay. They didn't just plop a old-ass tower model down with nothing on it. Okay. Okay. I see. I see you. I see you. I like. Got a bunch of crap laying around again on the wayside here, which is nice. More little light rail bebop doodops over here, I think. Kennedy International Airport's down that way somewhere, and I believe there's a train that now, well, in the last year or 2 or 5, a train that runs down there as well. It's that little station right here. It's a light rail. I think it's a metro, something like that. It's, of course, where we kind of started, Jamaica. See bits of the burbs and city back that way. This is clean. You know, just so far, this is clean, guys. Like, it just looks... It looks nicely done, you know, so far as I can tell. So far, impressed. All right, so we're back to the old crappy tracks with the wood ties, not the concrete. Is this one of the completely rebuilt stations? Got the signs. I know the platforms aren't. These are straight TSW rippage. It looks pretty good. It looks a little different. We'll go up in here. Even got the track numbers in here. Okay. Okie doke doke. Just kind of fly around here and take a peek at what's what. I'm having a real hard time with some of these buildings. See, I can't tell if it's TSW RIP, new building, or what, but that is not an OG. That is not an OG train sim building, right? It looks way too different. Jamaica, Jamaica. Take the elevator up from the actual train station is this building over here, and from what I can tell, it looks okay. A little weirdness. I think is this the Train Sim World RIP too? I think it is. Because let's try and do like a comparison. So look at that, and then yeah, this is not new here. And then look at that. So that's OG, like Train Sim Asset Library. And then this is rippage. Yeah, it's totes different. Totes my goats. Alright. The other tower right here. They look good in here though, you know what I mean? They like, I'm not mad about it. You know, instead of reusing the same old assets over and over, you know, North American Train Sim library stuff. Train Sim World, they look okay in here. They look alright. Another tower hall. Again, we got the LIRR sign. Or what do the folks around here call it? I think they call it like LIRR or something like that. Long Island. Long. That's how you say long. if you live in these parts. Long. Just having some fun. Just having some fun. I know I sound weird in my pseudo southern country boy accent. Okay, so this, I think this is the Babylon branch. So it comes off of here, and I believe they've got one station. Should be St. Albans, I think. We'll go down here and take a look. It is electrified. Yeah, we got a third rail. No? This isn't it. I'm an idiot. Is it it? No. That's not it. Did I almost said something that could have very much been taken out of context. Is that it? No. Hold up. Hold up. Because this is Hillside. I swear on the... Okay, this is it. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's not it back there. I think that's the one that goes to the coast, whereas this one kind of goes south and then cuts east. I don't know. There's several branches. Okay, this is it. This is the Babylon branch. That looks good. Again, I don't know if this is ripped, but it looks good. So, hey, I'm cool with it. Very just grimy industrial area as this is, so that's nice. This, of course, is Hillside Yard, another area where, you know, trains are stored, looked at, worked on, all that good stuff. Babylon Branch. It is third rail. I don't know if it's third all the way down. I think it is. It's a big industrial type area over here. So you could possibly see a little freight action, man. If we had a little, you know, freight switcher or Jeep with the New York, what is it? New York and Atlantic Railroad, I think. Dude, if we had something like that, or the little Long Island switchers or something, that'd be pretty reet. Yeah, so there's freight stuff back in here. So it looks nice. Freight opportunities, I'll put it like that. Some more right there. Here it is. Here's St. Albans. Little fence down here. That's pretty neat. St. Albans. Staircase down to the road there. And then I think it ends here. Now, for whatever reason, I guess they did this in hopes that creators, you know, people much more talented than myself could make something of this, you know, take it all the way. But as you can see, it kind of dead. So, yeah. Yeah, so the sea is down that way. That's what I was looking for, is to see if you could actually see the ocean, but I guess it doesn't matter. You could, if you were to continue creating it, you could, of course, make the sea down there, the Atlantique. So yeah, that's nice. You got this little bit, so it's something different. This is not from Train Sim World 2, so this is not rippage. I do like that they put all the industrial bits in here and the freight opportunities. So that's very nice. Of course, again, Hillside Yard, very large complex. Is this a rippage? A ripperoniage? These things look hella Train Sim World here. Maybe they're not. I am so confused right now. More so than normal. I don't know what to think or say or do. It's confusing. I don't know. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. All right. Continuing. It's a big ass yard, as you can see. Who dis? I don't know all the stations. I know some of the stations, like the larger ones. It's Hempstead. Okay, yeah, this is the beginning of the Hempstead Branch right up here. I believe. Isn't it called Hempstead Branch? I think it is. Some more signs. How do garbage trucks get up here and get these big ass dumpsters? I want to know that. See how it's got that shiny shine? I think that's indicative of Train Sim World rippage. I don't recall a lot of assets in Train Sim Classic having that shine like that. Unless it's a locomotive made by a developer with a three-letter name. Just try to put that as nice as possible. Oh, it's Hollis. It's the beginning of the Hempstead Branch. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Okay, to New York. So that way goes that way. Jamaica, New York. This way is the Hempstead Branch. That's why it says Hempstead, and it branches off that way. We'll go down there in just a minute, of course. But again, scenery on both sides. I mean, look at that. That looks really nice. That is a, look at even the way the cars are placed. That is like the most natural looking, you know, parallel parked cars on a friggin' inner city road I've seen in Train Sim Classic. Just look at that. Now, some of them are parked illegally, you know, unless they think they're in the United Kingdom, which they are not. But, you know, it looks a bit more natural. Little things like that. Even that, I got a little mail truck or whatever there. Amazon. Somebody getting some DoorDash or some kind of crap. N.Y.C. Alright, let's keep on scooching. This looks pretty nice. NGL. This looks pretty nice. NGL. Not gonna lie, this looks pretty nice. NGL. Not gonna lie. NGL. Sorry, I'm just being a bit of an ass because I always see people starting sentences or phrases nowadays with NGL that just do not fit. The word's not gonna lie most times. Anyway, okay, so yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks great. Alright, Hempstead Branch Arch. Coming up, what station's this here? Queens Village. And we ain't talking about Queen Elizabeth. Or maybe we are. I don't know why they named it that. The whole area is Queens. I mean, New York's settled by a bunch of Dutch. Yeah, I'm not sure. Something like that. It looks good, though. Looks pretty good. Got another tower! Look at that, too, man. Look how much little signs like that make a difference. That is Gigamus Chidonius. Little old tower, right, y'all? Alright. I kept saying Hempstead. I think this is Belmont. Yeah, Hempstead's a lot farther down. So this is Belmont, famous part of the Triple Crown of horse racing. Belmont Park. Belmont Station. Wow, these signs look really nice. Welcome to the Belmont Park Station. There's something supposed to be there and they weren't allowed to put it or something. A lot of the signage looks pretty legit, though. That is 100% Train Sim World rippage, I think. Because it either that or they just, I don't know why they would, but they just made a Train Sim Classic asset to look just like a Train Sim World 2 asset. Not sure why you could do that when you could just rip it, you know. But that looks like the Ripperoni version. But yeah, Belmont. Big old horse track. Let's keep on going. Hempstead's the next right up here. Little split platform here. Bellerose. These little neighborhoods, man. This looks good. Even these signs, direction of New York, directions points east. Exit sign. It's very Chad. Speed boards, okay. Okay. Floral Park. It's very floral. Ah, I hate these stupid billboards, man. They just kill it. Like, you're like, man, this looks good. You turn around, you're like, oh my god. It's horrible. Church over there. That looks alright. The steeple. Okay. Let's go on down to Stead of Hemp 60 speed boards. Got a couple of stations. Just goes through a nice little quaint neighborhood with a couple of level crossings for you horny boys. There's one. Stewart Manor. Is this? I think it's one of the ones that's got one of the old buildings as well. The old station house. I thought it was. Yeah, there it is. Station house. Dude, I don't know. See the shiny shine? That's rippage. That's rippage, obviously. I thought these were all like handcrafted. Maybe not all of them were. Maybe some of them were. Stewart Manor. Alright, another crossing. It looks good back in here though. The scenery. Like, you know, trees. I wish these homeboys would do like every freaking train sim route, you know, where trees and bushes and grasses are applicable. Got another one. I don't know which one this one is. Nassau, okay. Nassau. Whatever. Another little building down here. Stairs up under theirs. Here's the old building here. Now this one, I don't know. I don't think that's rippage. It looks nice though. Again, signage. Another level crossing. Let's go. Another level crossing there. Garden City? Yeah. Garden City. Old building here as well. I don't know. Some look ripped, some look new. I mean, station house here. And a roundabout. Stupidest things ever, roundabouts. Trying to build them down here. People don't know how to friggin' use them. It's a shame. Another level crossing. Little building here. Very nice. It's Country Life Press. Look at this. The flora. Dude, this just... I don't even have to look at the rest of this route, but as far as flora... AAA. AAA plus platinum extra. I don't know. 10 out of 8. 20 out of 18. You know what I mean? That looks a bit weird there, that fence going through the platform. But yep, Country Life Press. Next should be Hempstead, I think. Overpass here. Little substation. There's the Hempstead Branch. Neat little station. This is that's weird. That's got to be a texture issue. It's got that weird like crash test dummy look to it. Caution tape stuff. It's nice seeing realistic signs. It really is. It really is. Now this, I need to like study up on, because they're going to keep doing this, you know. Dovetail's going to keep using stuff from Train Sim Classic, you know, for whatever reason, because it's easier, quicker, I don't know. And I need to like brush up on my skills and see how to spot stuff in between, you know, because like Tehachapi, the, what was it, the Union Pacific 4400, that was a rip out of Train Sim World, just in case, you know, some of you out there weren't aware. So it's, you know, I'm not well versed in stuff like that as far as how to tell, but, you know, I'm trying. Hempstead. Looks nice, though. Looks nice. The glass looks kind of funky, I won't lie. Good looking station, though. Nice little station. Alright, let's get on back up on the main line. Alright, there is a bit of the Oyster Bay Branch, which is like something I would very, very, very much like to see in this game. Very, very much. What goes this way? I don't even know what the hell goes this way. I'm lost. Help. Help. Oh, this is your map, by the way. Sorry. BT dubs. Alright, there's Hempstead. That's where we just were. Yeah, it's this guy. I don't think this goes all the way out. It's dead. Dead. Mitchellfield Secondary. I don't think that goes anywhere. Anyway, so this is the beginning of the Oyster Bay Branch right here that I was frantically shoving my mouse up and down in a violent manner. I've wanted to see that for so long, and I was hoping they'd make it in Train Sim World 2, just for the hell of it. you know, maybe in this, but then when you started reading about this, it was obvious that it wasn't going to be part of it, because that means we would need a diesel or bimodal locomotive train set. But not only that, this is just the end of the little secondary he's looking at here. Not only that, if we had Oyster Bay, not only would it be diesel, which is cool as hell, bimodal, you know, an actual locomotive, not a freaking multiple unit, and you'd get the bi-level rolling stock, the C3s, the coaches. The coaches have cab cars on the butt end, so that would be neat. We're just going to go back down here to the main line. I think we can cross over. Right, chow. Here we go. I just don't want to pass Oyster Bay. I think Oyster Bay is farther down latitudinally than Hempstead, I think. What station's this? New Hyde. But anyway, the Oyster Bay Branch is a scenic little journey. It's a nice area. It goes up by the waterside, crosses a couple of bridges. It's just, and it's twisty. You know, it's not like this. It's not commutery. It doesn't, like, you wouldn't really know if you just plop somebody down on a train out there. You wouldn't really know that, you know, freaking Manhattan was 15, 20 miles away. You know, like it's just a scenic little area. This little bridge here, nice. Okay. Little deets like that. Okay, let's go. There's that sports complex. Keep on going. So yeah, I'd love to see Oyster Bay. You know, why not do the whole damn thing? You know, Montauk, all of it. Babylon. But anyway, this is what we got, so we're going to take a look at this. Am I sad about it? Yeah. Am I going to sit here and bitch about it endlessly? No, I've got other stuff to bitch about. Marilyn. It's okay, again. Yeah, these handrails are rippage. See how that's the only way I can tell so far from Trains and World 2 rippage is that shininess. Unless I'm just completely talking out of my brown eye, which is very possible as well. I keep on going. Did I pass it already? I did not, because this is Hicksville, yeah? Are we in Hicksville yet? Where's the sign? I think a station sign, if you please. Hello? Where are they at? Where are they at? I'm lost. Help. Help me. I'm not seeing any. Oh, this is Mineola. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Mineola. Okay. Wow, I was thinking Hicksville was like the built-up one, like this. I think Hicksville's got the big water tower. Anyway, this looks good. See that right there? Shiny. Dude, I don't know. This is shiny. Shiny. Shiny, shiny. Nice little foot cross in there. That's nice and clean. Not so. Another tower. Very cool. Speedboard. All right. Oyster Bay. Oyster. Oyster. Oh, Yeaster. Oyster Bay Branch. This is where it starts. This goes north, essentially. And then east. Kind of like over there. And this first station right up here. It's called East Williston. And it runs, there's DC right here. So you could essentially run the M7s up here, but I just think the bimodals can switch over. So this is all entirely new. This is not from Train Sim World 2. This was not in Train Sim World at all. Test ASC. This looks pretty good though. Signs again. The station looks nice. And of course we'll see how far it goes. Got a level crossing. Yay. Yeah, and dead end right there. But that, oh man. God, if they had just done one thing. But I know what I'm asking. What others are asking. If they had done Oyster Bay, we'd need the DM30s or the DE30s, and that's a model, that's scripting, it's physics, sounds, it's a lot of stuff. So I understand, whatever. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't not like it any less. All right, back on the main. The main. Fairly bland, little industrial, some neighborhoods. Scenery still looks nice though. I give it that. I give it that. So yeah, man, Oyster Bay. Yeah, there's a water tower. Maybe that's like the one thing when Long Island Railroad for Train Sim World came out and I saw those water towers, because those are like unique to area, and they actually look like that, save for the color. Carl Place, Carly Place, Carl's Jr. Place. But anyway, I was like, wow, Train Sim World got that water tower correct. We're zooming. Big old cemetery. Westbury. All right, so visually, I think it's safe to say this sumbitch looks all right. I mean, it does. It looks really good. I think it's just more colorful, more full of life. It's got contrast, everything more going for it than the freaking Train Sim World version of this. Hands down. Hands down. And not because I'm, more of a Train Sim Classic dude bro than a Train Sim World dude bro. But it's so blatantly obvious. Like this, it just looks amazing. And that's where Train Sim Classic is always going to excel over Train Sim World, because, things just don't really look all that great in Train Sim World sometimes. And, it's always locked down. Things, just don't, I don't know. Anyway, Hicksville, this is the end of the line. Nice signs there. Very well. Oh, God. Sticky keys. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, noob. I'm talking to myself. I'm the noob, obviously, because I made it happen. And there's where it splits. There's the tire. Divide. That's cool as hell. This was most definitely and not Train Sim World, from what I can recall. And that way, dead. That way, dead. So that's it. So, like, visually, hell to the yeah. This looks good. I'm not even that big into, like, commuter passenger stuff, honestly. But I can dig it. All right, let's move right along. All right, guys, so before we go any further, there is a manual. So we'll just take a quick peek at that. I have an M7 set up back here, which will Take a run in. First things first, it's usually never very good when you see something like this in the first couple pages. Whilst we do our utmost to reproduce sounds that are accurate and true to life, sometimes these sounds may not completely tally with the user's expectation. Due to the nature of the simulation, it is often not possible to reproduce a completely accurate soundscape for a variety of reasons, such as limitations with our current technology and occasional inability to gain meaningful access to the locomotives being created. You should therefore regard the audio reproduction for our locomotives as authentic interpretations rather than perfect recreations. No. No thanks. I guess I'll be a stickler. Alright, so you got a map. Cool. Cab controls. Stuff about the in-cab signaling, alerts and alarms, trackage. You are gonna need to nose it. Alright, let's see. Ugh. Hold on. I feel a little ill. Alright, excuse me. So that guy did something. Whatever. Brandon, track and signaling system implementation and manual guidance. This is the Cactus Juice dude who, had a hand in Boston Providence, like I mentioned, for Train Sim World 2, Washington, D.C. to Baltimore in Train Sim Classic, yada, yada, yada. Mike Cam, that's, oh God. Is that fan railer? Are these fan railer sounds? Okay. Audio Shack, M7 Horn Audio. This is the dude who no longer sells stuff for the Train Sim community, but he did help dovetail with some sounds for the Providence, Baltimore. Providence, Boston. Starting to lose it. Getting a little long in the tooth on this one. Ricardo Rivera, M7 model, and blah blah blah, dovetail people and other stuff. Okay, so we got a manual. All right, we're in Atlantic Terminal. I couldn't look at that earlier because it's underground, and Train Sim World do weird shite when you try and get underground through tunnels and things of that nature. Right. I'm going to open the frame counter, top right-hand corner. I've got 22 frames right now. I have got a modest PC for our day and age, and this is unacceptable. There's one type of train, and there's not a whole hell of a lot of them right now, and that's, I'm experiencing highs and lows looking at this. I was looking around the map, looked awesome. And now that there's rolling stock everywhere, I'm kind of sad. Because the frame rate is garbage. It's garbage. We're in Atlantic Terminal, too. There's no outside world yet. We're underground. You'll have to pardon my excitability there. But anyway, this is also a quick drive that I loaded up. And I will have you know, I went ahead and clicked out of the thing. So I don't remember which car concept. Just look how slow that thing's moving. My frames say 14, so that means it's actually probably like 8. Just soak that in. Do the people that made this have like NASA computers? Do they have, like, Jeff Bezos money computers? Or are they just okay with a frame rate like this? Who would be okay with a frame rate like this? I'm sorry. Again, you'll have to forgive my excitability, but it's unacceptable, man. Especially with some of us that may have modern machines. If you've got an older machine, I feel even more sorry for you, because you're not going to run this at all. Your computer will probably just crash. This is terrible. And it's something with a script or lighting, shadow casting, something. Because when you look in certain areas, it doesn't. When you don't look in certain areas, it kind of stops. Like if I look straight ahead, it's okay right now. So, I'm not sure what the hell's going on there. Atlantic Terminal looks good. Looks like Atlantic Terminal. I like that they got the legit-ish signs. Let's see. Can't tell if that's shiny or not. Yeah, it's shiny. So, straight Train Sim World 2 rip. That might hurt some of the frames and performance issues here. This platform is still Train Sim World 2 rip. It just, I don't know. Some of the stuff doesn't look like it fits in Train Sim Classic. But anyway, this is it. This is your workhorse, the M7, the Bombardier electric multiple unit. This is what you get. That's it. It looks pretty good from what I can tell so far. Like visually looks okay. Don't have any crap on the sides there, which sucks. This is a quick drive. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm assuming not so. So yeah, it's an M7. It's a metal tube. I'm not as, you know, gaga over stuff like this as some people may be. Again, as always, to each their own. But look at this, man. When I look in this general direction, my frames are just bludgeoned. And it's like looking down the tunnel where there's nothing. What the hell, dude? And this is a quick drive. Think of a scripted scenario with extra stock. Holy frames, Batman. Anyway, let's get inside. Oh my god, dude. You kidding me? I cannot play this. I am 2 seconds from refunding this POS. This is unbearable. Wow. This is ridiculous. That's really bad. Alright, let's turn this son of a biscuit on, shall we? Hopefully we can get out of this damn, you know, station and things will... This is a nightmare, dude. Who is okay with this? Who in the hell is okay with frames like this? I'm like getting sick looking at this. It's making me nauseous. I'm getting seasick. Alright. Let's see what Mike Cam's, aka Fan Railer, I think he's Fan Railer. Let's see what his freeware sounds sound like on a payware item. I was all excited and now not so much. Alright. Master key on. Beep sounds okay. It's a decent beep, I guess. Max brake. We got to charge the brakes. Up. There we go. Max brake. Okay. Reverser button set to forward. Okay. Press and hold train brake recharge. This is it right here. And there it goes. I want to get it to at least 90 psi or over. All right, we are set up. Now, let's see. So those are the tails. Turn the heads on. Trying to turn the tails off, and it will not allow me to do so with buttons. Dude, this frame rate, like, when I have to deal with stuff, a frame rate like this in Train Sim, I just want to turn my computer off. Like, I'm done with it. I'm not going to play this if it's all like this. Just simply will not, and I will refund this immediately. Because this is bull caca. Absolute bull caca. Alright, safety systems are back here. Let's see if they're... I think they're just all on by default. So this is almost like a... You know, for the types that go on Searchlight Simulations products on the Steam store, aka the Canadian Pacific 4400, and complain about not getting it to move, you're going to fail here horribly. That is a promise. So it looks like the safety systems are just on, I guess, by default. Which is fine, you know, but it's just not going to be a get in and go type deal. So we'll see. Alright, do I have the... There we go. Okay. Are the lights on? I feel like the lights are on in this thing. Now they're on. Wow. And when you turn them on, you get worse frames. How about that? How about them apples? I'm genuinely angry right now. Alright. Can you roll the window down? I'm not expecting any bells and whistles here. No, you cannot. Okay, so the sounds are similar. I'll give it that. They're just a bit much. There's a bit of a recycled sound in the beginning of the amps. That not super thrilled about that. I'm gonna tell you, it's hard to be positive now because of the frame rate issue. I can't see squat either. The headlights on these things, in real life, you can most definitely see inside the tunnel. Is that a red? I mean, yes, it's a red, but... Why are the frames so bad? Okay. 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 Alright, hold up. Alright, so just to touch on the just reprehensible and deplorable performance of this route. Again, it genuinely upset me, man. I was going through this thing and it was looking great. Feeling fine, and then it came to the rolling stock. Now, let me get some things out of the way first and foremost. I know the M7 was a giant hulking piece of crap to begin with. It was never good on frames, but on the Hudson line, from whence it came, it wasn't sub 10 FPS like it is here. There's something going on with that thing, and it's just terrible. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be fixed because I'm like 2 seconds from refunding this thing. I've never wanted to refund something so fast, not even DTM stuff. Okay, I went a little too far. I take that back. I'm going to hold on to it in hopes that something happens. because I think I've got about 2 weeks. I don't know, maybe a miracle, because I can always buy it back if need be, but something needs to happen because this is terrible. So anyway, I just wanted to load up the route. We're down here in Hicksville. This shouldn't be a heavy performance area, and as you can see down here, hopefully you can see my frames. They are locked at 60 frames per second. Now, for complete clarity, I have got a 5800X processor, which is fairly decent. It's no slouch, and it's not some super duper badass processor either. And I've also got a 6700 XT GPU, which is again no slouch, and it's not some piece of crap either. This is also on an M.2 SSD, super duper fast. So none of those are the problem. I've got 32 gigs of RAM, 3600 megahertz. None of that is the problem. It's something going on with the code, with the rolling stock, or the lighting, or the shadows, or something. Something is, and it's nothing in Train Sim, at least in a while, has made me this angry. It's like, this could have been such a gem of an add-on, and it just, I can't believe they released it in such a state. Someone already said that, oh, well, there was a patch already between when Dovetail showed it off and when it released. I can't imagine how the hell it played before this alleged patch. And again, nothing personal to any developers or anything like that, but I'm just amazed that this was released in such a state. Who is going to want to play this in such a low frame rate? It screws everything up. Not only does it make you seasick looking at it, but your controls, your throttle, your braking, clearing the alerter, those are all delayed. It delays everything in the entire game. That's the problem with low frame rates and Train Sim. Now, I'm sorry for getting very excitable there. It just, I really wanted it to be good, and it just wasn't. So we're in the editor here. There is nothing on the map. Nothing. I'm locked at 60 FPS. We're going to put one 6-car train down. Okay? One. We'll see what happens. Right. Dovetail, I believe it is under. Yes. LIRR. Long Island Railroad. All right. M7A. I don't exactly know how to put these down. All right, so there we go. It dropped to 50. Look at my frames. That's one car. 10 frames. Oh, my God. Are you shitting me? That is incredible. Incredible. All right. Again, sorry for the theatrics. You know what? Let's put a non-driver down. M7A non-driver. Still 10, probably actually worse frames. My dog just came in here and was looking at me like, you all right in there, bud? She hears me in here getting all hot and bothered about this crap. All right, M7B. Hello? Hello? I'll have to turn it around. There we go. All right, still, well, it's back up to 50 frames. So 2 cars, 50 frames. That's odd. All right, M7A. M7B. My dog is now sitting next to me, genuinely looking concerned. It's like, what are you in here yelling about, homie? All right, M7A, no driver again. 6 car, and then M7B, no driver. Swap that bad boy. There we go. So it's still at like, see, it's super weird, man. So I'm looking this way, and it's like 40 frames-ish. I know it's probably hard to see that frame counter down there. I'll turn it on just a moment when we get into the actual scenario. All right, so I'm looking this way. And my dog is digging on the floor, so don't mind that noise. So I'm looking this way, and it's 40 frames. Abby, do you mind? I'm looking this way. It's probably like 45, 46. Looking this way. So it's not much difference. Now I'm going to hit play. Here we go. Turn the frame counter on. I'm getting about 55 to 57 frames per second right now. There's one 6-car train. Right? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I didn't put a thing on it. Alright. I could just edit this, but I'm extremely lazy when it comes to editing. It's just, you know, a lot of work and it's hard, so we'll just edit it. I didn't put a driver on it. Alright. Let's go back down to Hicksville. Yeah, that's one thing I never thought I'd say, but that's one thing that Train Sim World has over this version, is at least it's got performance. Now, it does that annoying-ass Train Sim World stuttering thing constantly, but dude, I tried to do some quick drives. I tried to do something, you know, some scenarios, anything, and it was just bad, regardless. All right, here we go. One train. Frame still 50, 60 looking this way. 50, high 50s looking that way. 60 looking that way. All right, let's hop in. They immediately drop about 20, 26, 25 frames. Just clicking the train. Hop in. It's not too bad, but guess what? This isn't much fun driving around with no other trains around, is it? Alright, so let's turn it on. Let's actually drive this thing, right? Alright, we gotta put it in max brake, and then we charge the brakes. Frames are still okay. So we've got on the get that on there. There we go. Alright, so we'll do a cab light test. Frame counter's right up here, right? So it's at about 50 right now. This is one train on the entire map. Again, just in case you didn't catch it the first 17 times. Light on, 30 frames. Light off, 50. That kills 20 frames per second. Alright, the markers are on, so let's turn those off. No change. Alright, here we go with the headlights. Now see, I don't know that it's the headlights. Because, okay, now out here I'm getting about 30. It's jumping around. And the H key is not letting me like do anything. I physically have to do it with this, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so that's off. And see, the frames are the same, so maybe it is not the lights. Alright, is it going to let me out of here? This is a free roam kind of quick drive, so we'll see if it jives here. So alright. Put it forwards. Get the brakes off. So in between my raging and now, I had some lunch. I had a little think. Had some time to decompress a bit. We're trying to take a more solid look at this. Less rage. So we'll actually drive this thing now, okay? Now, these sounds aren't terrible. Again, Michael Cam, I believe that's Fan Railer. He has been making YouTube videos and train sim stuff for as long as it's been around, as far as I recall. And he's made a lot of mods. And some of them are really nice. You know, don't get me wrong. His Dash 8, his Amtrak Dash 8 mod was pretty good. I remember using that. But one of the weird things I don't understand about this, just clear that. So, why use his sounds? Why not use the sounds that Dovetail did for the freaking Harlem line for Train Sim World? Why not just port those sounds? That would have been immaculate. Amazing. Those are amazing sounds on those trains. It just, I don't understand it. And then the train itself, you know, it's the M7. It's a repo model. That's why it looks okay. Visually, it looks okay. But something with the scripting, the heavy detail on the interior, heavy detail AI trains, I don't know. It's just, there's just something amiss heavily. And it's a damn shame. Like, I get it. Making a new train will take a lot of time. But, you know, this thing is, it's not that it looks bad. It's not that it drives particularly bad. It's just shit on frame rate. Alright, so let's actually test the speed and safety systems here, shall we? So we've got an overall track speed of 80, which means that's the max speed that you could ever go out here. But we are relegated to 70. Now, there's obviously no other traffic out here because I didn't put any down. So we're going to see just what happens here. And I was a bit harsh on the horn before. The interior sounds okay. The interior sounds better than the exterior, that's for sure. And again, I have no clue what just happened. Again, why not use the sounds from Train Sim World 2? Was that not Dovetail's own proprietary sounds? Where did the sounds come from? Were they not? And that's why this couldn't be used for this? Because as much as I gather, this route, this map, this add-on, are the guys that are making the Northeast Corridor Open something project, I think. And they like all kind of came together with this, with Dovetail. I think. You know, I don't really stay up on the Facebook pages and the Twitter pages and all that crap. I'm not in any of these little super secret private Facebook clubs. I don't really keep up on a lot of stuff like that, so I don't really know. But from what I can gather with who worked on this, you know, I guess that's it. So we're stuck at a 30 right now. I would like it to go back up because I want to clap this thing out. Alright, it's getting us over here, which is a bit odd, if I'm honest. England, bruv. Alright, so we're back to 80. So let's listen to this son of a gun. We're going to clap it out interior-wise and then clap it out exterior-wise. Now, the Audio Shack sounds, you know, were never that bad, honestly. Like, that's where sounds came from for the Boston Providence Train Sim World route. Guy makes good sounds. I bought a couple of his sound packs back in the day. You know, he was one of the few doing it at the time. And they were pretty good. And as far as I can tell, like, this sounds okay in the interior. There's no looping. It sounds very smooth. It's real nice on the horn pull or the spacebar press, you know. It doesn't do any weird stuff. It's clean. Seems like it's cleanly implemented, right? All right. So that's that. Let's do a run by, shall we? Throw a little power on here. I don't know. Again, I think the interior sounds better than the exterior. I like the rail clatter going over the joints and whatnot. The actual rail noise sounds okay. Tit for tat. What I will give it, and I know Fan Railer, aka Michael Cam, or at least I'm pretty sure, he's helped Dovetail in the past with North American stock and sounds. If I recall, I think some of the New Jersey stuff was assisted by Mr. Cam. So, in that regard, you know, had Dovetail just done their own sounds and say through like a freaking Southeastern 455 sounds on this thing, which they very likely would have done otherwise, is this better than that? You better believe it. Yeah. It's way better than that. My biggest issue here is not the problem with the sounds so much, or the look of this thing. Although it could use some tuning. You know, what couldn't? Always strive to be better, right? Don't rest on your laurels. Try and push the envelope. Try and do something, you know, extra. Don't be a basic bitch like myself. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just the performance of this thing. So we'll brake, exterior brake. Yeah, I mean, the sounds are okay. They are definitely passable. I really don't have a problem with the sounds. I'm not a fan of the exterior horn. Interior horn's okay. We'll hop back here. This is weird as hell. I don't remember this being a thing. You're like locked to one position. Some very suspect looking people in here. So that's strange. See if we can do a head out here. Yeah. Oh, there's a low. Okay. There's a low horn in there, so it's in. So if you want to do a little quillage. Quillage in the village. I don't know why I said that. Yeah. It's just the performance, man. So, again, I don't think the rolling stock's horrible. It certainly looks okay. It feels okay physics-wise. It feels okay physics-wise. Honestly, it feels better physics-wise than the Train Sim World variant. So, okay, you saw that. That's one train, nothing else on the map. Frames are down 10 FPS, right? So that's just one train. All right, let's go to Jamaica. And we have it set up from Jamaica to New York Penn. Here we go. Prepare yourselves. Now, from what I can gather, the quick drives are pretty thick. Now, is it cool seeing a lot of traffic? Hail to the yeah. Is it cool having terrible FPS? Hail to the no. Now, look at this. Look at this. 14 FPS. You can't even look anywhere. You know why? Normally, if it was just you, there's nothing around, kind of fix it, right? There's trains everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's trains. There's actually not that many. So there's 1, 2, a couple back here. That's not where we're at. I'm an idiot. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One coming in, another one coming in. A lot of damn trains, homie. 8 key, 14 FPS still. way the hell up here in the stratosphere, 14 FPS. We'll go over here to somebody's house. That smells good. You cooking dinner? Still 14 FPS. 14 FPS. 14 FPS. Okay. And I'm going to try and test this as thoroughly as possible, right? Thorough. Okay, so New York, Penn, we'll leave that there. We'll go to, We'll do, Belmont. Let's go. Start it up. Let's go. So we're in Belmont. A little less busy, right? God, that thing is old. Okay. We're at Belmont. 14 FP freaking S. Dude. You can't make a passenger commuter-based add-on with frames like this. If it's down to the rolling stock, you got to fix it or do another one, because this is unacceptable. There's got to be other trains. It's a commuter railroad. I mean, when there's stuff like Armstrong Powerhouse, Ellen Thompson Sim, and even British add-ons from Dovetail that have, passenger operations, multiple passenger operations with multiple trains, and the frames are not this bad, something's wrong. Something is very, very wrong. 15 FPS right now. One train. One. Uno. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm sorry if I got a bit ragey and cagey and crazy in this video, guys, but God almighty, this thing, dude, this route has so much potential. This could be like the penultimate North American passenger route for train sim. You know, throw a M3 in here, Kawasaki, M9, some of the bimodals, you know. Spice it up. Spicy sausage. And it could be something great. But right now, it's not. It is not. And I don't think I could recommend this. You know, I don't, unless something's done with the performance. It's just unplayable. And it's a bit of a shame. And again, you know, I may seem a little over the top because I kind of feel like it looking at this video, looking at this, add-on. But it's because I give a shit, you know. If I didn't really care about it going into it or thought it looked that great going into it, you know, it'd just be like another DTM product. Just maybe do some memeage about it. But like this, it's had potential. I mean, it still does if they can figure it out. But anyway, I'm done crying. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. I bid you good day.